Hey everybody, Lagamus Prime here today, and I'm showing off the gameplay for my tower defense deck. Yes, this is a deck that runs absolutely no Digimon. I mean, unless you consider Mother D Reaper a Digimon, but it does say Digi-Egg on the card. But anyway, so today I'm going against Nav. Nav here is a good player. He allowed me to use the footage, and I'm really thankful for that. So I do appreciate that. But yeah, today I'm going against his Gaiomon deck. It's pretty much based to just get rid of your entire security in like a single swipe, and then maybe swing for game with other blitz or something else. I'm not entirely sure, but I just know you're not going to have much of a security after he hits it. And I want to give a huge shout out to the creators of the app. I just want to make sure everybody knows that this is a free app. It is not currently out right now. It's still a work in progress, so they're trying to work out all the bugs and get everything like that. So I just want to let you know about that. And since it is a work in progress, there may be bugs that you'll see, some options that are given to me that are not supposed to, like with the Digimon card. But I do my best to make sure that I play the card correctly how it's supposed to be. But anyway, so yes, today, yes, this is the tower defense deck. There's no Digimon. And as you can see, I've already played my Digimon Emperor to prevent him from pushing out that level 3 to go into his 4 to get those free tie plays. I've also got Mimi out on the field as my purple source to be able to play some of the options, or whenever a option card is used, I can still turn back if it's the defense or the offense training. And now I just played my yellow source Kari, which gives me a memory if I have 3 or fewer security. So yeah, the whole point of this deck is to just hold out as long as possible and prevent your opponent from just beating you in the first or 2 turns or 3 turns, or just wiping you out entirely. You're never attacking. You're pretty much always defending. You're always trying to use your option cards to clear the board. Using that black tie that I just played to constantly make Mother D Reaper a blocker and continuously block for you to make sure that they can't just keep swinging if they go wide or anything like that. And so I have gone against, since I did just play a game against Nav, and he did beat me with this. I'm not saying this deck is unbeatable or it's very bad. Some people don't like it because it kind of resembles Setcon, but you're not really controlling your security at all. You're more or less trying to defend it as long as possible. A card like Testament will also give, like what I'm using right now, it gives Mother D Reaper blockers, so I'm trying to prevent him from digivolving into his Gaiomon and then just swing into my security. You know, if he had piercing, it would still work, but right now I'm just trying to defend because I see he has 2 level 4s. As soon as he promotes, he could get into his stuff and, you know, clear out my security. I would love to have played my Spencers, but I can't play them against him because this is a red deck, so there is Crimson Blaze, and he does have the Metal Greymons, which he did use before in the last game, that will just delete any 3k DP or 6k DP or less Digimon. So any blockers that you have are just null and void. As you can see, he tried to use the offense training to put it or to get him something and then play his tie, so that way I'd only be stuck at 3. And I did play a Spencer just in case he might get rid of one of my sources. But there it is. There's the final Zubagon Punch getting put on Mother D Reaper, making her an 18k blocker. And at this point, I'm just trying to put as many stuff on the field. And I know that I do have 3 of those those white option cards there. Those things are a great board wipe. The only issue is that he is running X antibodies in the deck. So if I use it at the wrong time, then I could potentially just whiff on it. But right now, this is a perfect opportunity to use it, because I was checking to see if Metal Gray had X antibody in its traits, which it wasn't the right one, and he had already passed his turn with that. So right now a board wipe would work wonders. I don't promote my Mother D Reaper there because I'm just about to just delete everything, because Mother D Reaper does count as a 3rd Digimon. So a board wipe is necessary. I was able to even recover memory and gain a card, and that 6 cost purple option is great. for if they try to go wide. I used it earlier today against a Commandramon deck or D Brigade, and I was able to clear out at least, oh man, I want to say like 6 or 7 bodies just because I had more Tamers than he had Digimon. And my opponent right here, I think, is trying, he used his ties to just pass over turn, and I believe he's trying to get his Digimon to get more DP than Mother Reaper would. Also, whenever he Digivolves, it will, he can gain the memory back. He has plenty of offensive trainings to just start Digivolving for free, which is what he's doing right here. And I'm just kind of hoping that he doesn't go into the Metal X, because if he does, it will not be able to be affected by Ulti Flare, which is what he's searching for, and he finds it. And that he immediately puts it in his hand because he knows that if he's were to swing in security and hit Ulti Flare, it would definitely halt him in his footsteps. And that's one of the new X-Antibody cards, and that thing is actually quite good with the deck because it just lets you Digivolve into your stuff for free. Luckily, though, it is an option card and you are using it, so Mimi makes it to where you can proc her effect because you are using an option to put it underneath a Digimon. And I'm really glad I at least got my my purple my purple mat on the field so I can get at least 3 memory at the start of my turn. And there it was. If he would have swung into that, it would have been great. But the problem is that it would not have affected him because he went into the Metal Gray X. So it wouldn't have worked anyway. Now, if I had Blocker or Zuba on Mother, it would have worked, but nothing there. He hits into a Gen I use it to try and get maybe some more Tamers. But I hit nothing, which is possible, but I really do want those blocking options on top. But luckily, he does hit a Chaos Dig, and the effects, the protection effects for Gaiomon or Wargray are not bouncing effects, or I think it's bouncing effects. I don't know, it's because yeah, if this were to delete it or return to hand or deck, he could protect it, but I'm not doing that. You are putting it into his security, so he can't protect that stack. So luckily, I was able to save my security with that. The only issue here now is that Spencer cannot turn into a Digimon now because there is going to permanently be more than 6 security because he now has 7. So right now, I'm just trying to whittle down the board, prevent him from doing anything. So I use my purple option to get rid of his 3 so he can't just keep swinging and maybe hybrid or something like that. But as you can see, he's already down to 12 cards in his deck from all of the searching, all of the Digivolving, and all I have on my field is a bunch of Tamers and options in my hand. And right now, he's trying to get cards to continue going. He used that Red Mim boost to try and get an Agu, and he would have been able to use that. He would have been able to Digivolve, but Mimi steals turns. Like, she can steal turn so often, especially if you have multiple of them on the field. So I prevented him from Digivolving so that way he can't have anything in the field on the next turn. So I go ahead and play my Mimi, get another way, play the tie to get that Chaos Dig back because I know that if he goes into a higher level, I might not be able to de-Digivolve, or it has X-Antibody and I won't be able to delete it. So Chaos Dig is one heck of a way to get rid of those annoying things that can just protect themselves. Although a lot of the newer protections, like with D Brigade, where if it was just to leave the field, Chaos Dig, yeah, it can't hit that. But if the only other option there would be to de-Digivolve it. So this deck kind of runs both of them, so that way you always have some sort of option to delete your opponent's Digimon. Now right here, I kind of made the mistake and thinking, oh, board wipe here, I can just play my white option X program, but I made the mistake in realizing, oh wait, that is an X-Antibody Agumon. That's not what I wanted to have happen. So I use Mimi to keep my turn this time, and this is where I probably should mention that I did replace 3 cards in the deck. I switched Holy Wave with Holy Flame, and so I'm trying to figure out here is what is the best option to do. Do I try to delete his Digimon with my purple option that I just got, or do I give him security -3? So I decided to give him security -3, so that way even if he starts Digivolving on top of that, he'll just keep drawing cards and he can't swing with it, and then my Chaos deck can just bounce it to his security. So I'm like, okay, if I do this, maybe he'll promote, I'll get the memory back. If not, then he has to kind of do some other things. Right now he's trying to do his searches. I believe from what he told me, he was trying to find his Gaiomon that trashes security. So that way he can just Digivolve into his Gaiomon, trash security, and then swing for game. But unfortunately, from what I understand, his Gaiomons that are in there are in his security. And right here, I'm like, oh, this is another board wipe. I didn't think about it at first. I could have played the purple option card and just wiped all 3 of his Digimon. But I decided to opt out on that and just go this different route because I wanted to save it in case he tried to go wide again and push out his Agumon. So I just throw an Ulti Flare. It won't Digivolve anything, but it will still delete the Agumon. So now he has a Greymon on the field that has security attack -3. He also has no other bodies on board, so he has to promote that Agumon in order to do something, which is what he does. And Digimon Emperor forces it to 1, but he has a way to go back to 3. And this is where this unique interaction comes with. It's just like he has to think about all these tamer effects that are happening, and there's not much that you can do about it unless you run Black War Gray. From what I understand, like as soon as it Digivolves into that, you can just blow up like 3 of my tamers. So luckily for me, this is not Black War Gray. This is just a Gaiomon deck. But as you can see, he's trying to get the cards, he's trying to search, he's Digivolving so that way he can keep it his turn. But yeah, at this point I'm thinking I'm really close to the end. There's only 3 cards left in his deck. All I need to do is just hold out for a couple of more turns. And I have really good options to do it. I can either get rid of a bunch of 5s, I can get rid of anything he tries to go wide with. So if he just had a bunch of Agumons right now and just started trying to play them, I can wipe them out with either X program or my 6 cost option card. And luckily for me, I did manage to get all of my sources on the field. I have the black tie, I have 3 yellow sources, 4 purple sources. So I'm ready. I'm ready to try and do whatever I can to stop him. And as you can see, he went into the X. He's still trying to search. He couldn't find his Gaiomon to trash security. And from what my opponent told me after the match, is that he forgot that level 4, the level 4 Greymon actually had security -3. And so he tries to swing with it here, and it does nothing because he forgot about it. And that's the one thing about it, is that you're giving your opponent, if you give your opponent so much memory and so much time to do stuff, sometimes they'll even forget what has happened previously. So they'll end up just swinging like that and missing and whiffing. And at this point, he's completely exhausted all of his resources. He has no way to clear the board. Even if he went into a Gaiomon right now, the security attack won't keep going and end the game. So he has to surrender right here, or else I could just pass turn and he'd deck out. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and can see and understand the deck of what it is and how to play it. If you plan to play it, adjust anything, let me know. Like I said, I swapped the 4 Holy Waves or the 3 Holy Waves for 3 Holy Flames. I feel like it can help out a little bit more in surviving because it can just stop your opponent in their tracks. All right, but anyway, thank you guys, and I'll catch you later.